Hi, I'm Dan from Dissim, the lighter that you can light up or light down. We work hard and strive to bring you quality products. Each one of our lighters before they are shipped is meticulously quality controls inspected. However, in the unlikely event that you do have any issues with your lighter, it's not functioning as it should or advertised, this short troubleshooting video will help walk you through the steps to make sure that your lighter is functioning properly and you're doing everything according to our manufacturer's spec. Now, the first one that we will look at is when you click your lighter and it doesn't ignite. Most of our lighters are shipped unfilled. So the first part that we will have to inspect is whether it was filled with butane, has enough butane or ran out, and that we are filling our lighters properly. So let's go through filling procedure. First of all, we're going to locate the butane filling port, which is located along the back side of a lighter, just underneath the metal protective casing, signified by the little hole right there. That is where we're going to put our butane. Now, you don't need a lot of tools when you are working on your lighter. However, one small flathead screwdriver, which you can find in many eyeglass repair kits, watch or jewelry repair kits, as well as just on Amazon or any other little website, come in handy whenever you're tampering with lighters, making any type of adjustments, purging and or filling. So the first step that we're going to do is, because these things are usually shipped with air shipping, is we want to relieve any back pressure in the system if we have never filled it before and it is on our first fill, or if we are refilling the system, we want to purge any small amounts of butane out of the lighter before we fill it with new butane. You purge the lighter, if we zoom in real close, that inside this hole we have a little bitty nozzle which pokes up. We purge the system by taking our screwdriver and pushing down on it. There is a spring action there and you'll feel it, so you push down on it and the gas will let out. This lighter has not yet been filled. So we're going to go ahead, put the screwdriver into the hole, and we are going to push down on the little nozzle. Now I feel the spring going in and out, and there is no back pressure in the system. Whatever was in there got relieved. Now, before we fill the lighter, we go over to our flame adjuster, and we want to make sure that we take the flame adjuster and turn it all the way down to the minus. Now we're ready to fill up our lighter for the first time. I'm going to be using, there's also available on our website, www.dissim.com, Zykar's butane, which is a very good pure burning butane, and we'll also be adding high performance butane options which burn more efficiently, clean the lighter in addition, and work great in high altitude and high temperatures and extreme temperature situations. So what we do is we line up the nozzle, we take the butane, we make sure that there's butane in there, and you can tell by shaking it the same way you would with a spray painter bottle. You put it in so that the nozzle is covered, so that the hole in the butane covers up the nozzle. You don't want to put it in an angle. And what you do is you push down. What we want to do is, because once the butane fills up the reservoir, the lighter and the tank do get very cold from the compressed air. So what we want to do is we want to wait for a few moments to let the butane stabilize, as well as the lighter temperature come back down to room temp. And then we're going to go ahead and go to our next troubleshooting steps once that is done. So now that you are filled up brings us to another troubleshooting question point that we get from some of our clients. Some of our clients have said that the butane level runs down quickly, or that the lighter might be leaking butane or something like that, which again is a very rare issue, but we're going to go ahead and explain it to see how you could troubleshoot it. Now, your lighter will not be leaking butane unless if there's butane coming out of one of the gasket protection points, which is an extremely rare instance. Now, that would mean that either your butane level is going to drop significantly, very rapidly, or that you will actually hear butane departing from the chamber portion of the lighter. Usually that portion will be where the adjustment would be because there is gaskets over there. Now again, this would be really rare, and that would be something that you could physically hear. Now, sometimes customers do make the mistake of thinking their butane levels dropped because they don't know the shape of our butane tank and how it is designed, because the lighter might be on its side and the reservoir window might be down. So what we did was we took apart a lighter so we could explain this to you so you know if there's butane in your tank. So as you can see here, this is the butane reservoir. So in order to get a true reading, sometimes you have to leave your lighter on the actual side of the window so that the butane travels down so you can see if you are full or not. Because if it stays on the other side, on its back side, for extended amounts of time, you just pick it up and look at it, you might show a false empty reading, which you want to avoid. So once you've isolated that issue, the only other troubleshooting question that we have had at times on the lighter, which again is a very rare instance, is that the lighter isn't igniting properly and I can tell that my butane level is visibly full no matter what I do, but it's not lighting. Now there's a very rare spark issue that we have encountered, but it's an actually very easy fix that you can do at home to get the consistency of your lighter right back up so it sparks properly. First of all, make sure that your flame is open. Sometimes the minimal flame is too low a butane, and too high of a flame will flood the system. So make sure that you are somewhere in the middle realm of being on your flame adjustment. Now, if we zoom in very, very closely, we will see that inside is a small little rod which creates a spark, which is the ignition. Now what that does is it will actually create a spark and activate the butane so that you make fire. Now sometimes, due to severe impact to the lighter, that could be moved so that the spark is attracted to the top of the casing and not to the actual butane nozzle. So what you have to do is use your same trusted little tool of your jewelry kit or eyeglass repair kit, and just very slightly bend that nozzle down a little bit so that the spark does not get attracted to the top casing. So let's go ahead and see if we can move that down. You just gently want to pry that down so it is pointed towards the nozzle. Can you see that good, Lucas? And then we want to try it. And there we go. Instantly we have fire. And it's consistent. Now again, you should not have a displaced nozzle unless if the lighter has been under severe impact. So again, it is very rare, but it does happen, which is a reason that if you have full butane and you're not igniting or igniting consistently, just a small placement of that nozzle can be fixed with a very simple little bend to make sure that your spark is healthy. So if you guys still didn't see that because we were working in very tight quarters there, I took apart the mechanism here just to show you guys exactly what we're doing. So this would be your ignition button here at the top. This would be the area creating the spark. This spark sometimes is way too close to the upper casing, and the spark gets attracted to the casing and will neutralize the system. This spark should go over the butane nozzle, so that as butane comes out, it will create the flame. So what we did, working in the tight quarters there, was we took this nozzle that I specifically just now bent up, and we bent it downwards so that it faces closer to the nozzle and will not be attracted to the charge of the top. Now again, this is a rare instance. However, if you see inconsistent sparking or you are not getting an ignition, you can actually see the little spark bouncing towards the top within the lighter, then this would be what you have to do to remedy it. And you do not have to take apart your lighter. Just get a nice skinny little tool like this, put it into your lighter, and bend the little sparker down so that it is closer to where the butane nozzle is, and that should fix your lighter. So guys, thank you for tuning in. We do hope that your experience with Dissim lighters is a great one. We do hope that you found this video helpful and it was able to help you properly fill your lighter, troubleshoot, or diagnose any issues that you might be facing. If you have an issue that was not covered in this video, or you've tried these remedies and are still having issues, we do have a very solid comprehensive warranty program on these lighters. So please do get in touch with our customer service. You're going to see the number and the email contact right here, and we're also going to put it in the description below. So for the quality lighter that lights up and lights down, make sure that you're choosing a Dissim. Thank you for tuning in. Stay safe.